How do you tell your girlfriend she needs to lose weight even when her confidence in her looks are very, very high?
Well, brutal honesty. Babe, I love you, but I know you haven't been in the gym in a while, and your pants are getting a little big, and you're not as fit and as shape as you used to be. And I want you to come to the gym with me and we'll work out together because you're too fucking hot to be overweight. I'm sorry. You're too fucking smoking hot to be overweight. It's a crime against humanity. So starting tonight, I want you to come to the gym with me. I want you to go run with me for 2 miles or whatever because it's a sin to be overweight. You're just too hot to be overweight.
But it says she's confident in her looks, so what if she thinks she looks great?
She thinks she's one of them skinny.
Like
Like
those
the skinny thick.
thick.
I'm skinny thick. No, bitch, you're fat.
Women appreciate brutal honesty because, oh, you look great, honey, is what a lot of guys are going to say because they don't want to upset her. But I'm going to say, these jeans are looking pretty tight on you, babe. They don't fit you as good as they used to, and you're too hot to not look amazing in those jeans. So you're going to come to the gym with me from now on, and we're going to work out together. And we probably should start having sex a little bit more. We can burn a few extra calories on a weekly basis, a few extra happy finishes. It's good for everybody.
Yeah. I definitely think that a sex comment would work.
Feminine energy grows through praise. So praise the thing you love about her.
It would probably be less hurtful to her because she would want to.
When we first met, I could bounce a quarter off your ass. And now?
I could bounce 5.
Caroline! Stack a whole roll of quarters on that now. But yeah, I think playful but also honest would be the best way to do it.
Brutal honesty.
Tell her that you want to go on long walks and tell her to wear a sweater or thicker clothing so she could sweat because you want to taste the sweat at the end. Make it fun. Make it. I don't know.
I want to lick the dew off your lily, baby.
Lick it later. I don't know. I'm improvising.
I want to spend some time with the little man in the boat. I want to hang out with Sharon.
Pickleball's fun.
Tennis, roller skating.
I
want to talk to the little hooded man in the boat.
Swimming.
I have a question.
Swimming's great.
What do you girls think? Okay, let's say your man addresses this, but he addresses it by getting you nice dresses and clothing that are too small.
That don't fit you.
Yeah.
That is
so
hold on.
sad.
What?
And he can't take them back. He's like, oh, I can't return them.
I've never really had that experience, but the experience I did have was basically I've lost 20 pounds already. And when I've told my boyfriend about it, he's like, no, please don't lose any more weight. I'm like, why not? I want to lose weight and feel good about myself. He's like, because I love your thickness. If you're going to lose weight, lose some weight, but I want you to maintain the thickness. So
he knows what he likes.
yeah, but I still gotta lose weight. I want to look good.
I had a friend of mine
You
who
do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you continue to tell him that you want to do it because you want to look good.
No, and it's
And
fine.
you want to do it because you want to look good and you want to like what you see when you look in the mirror.
Even when I used to be skinny back then, I still had thickness, so there's nothing to really worry about.
You were thick in all the right places.
I have the Cuban genes, so obviously,
You're thick.
naturally, a lot of Cuban women are thick.
in all the right places. So you just do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Make yourself feel good when you wake up in the morning. If you look in the mirror and you like what you see and you fit into your clothing that you love, then that's what matters. But if your man is buying you clothes purposely that doesn't fit and he knows and that's his way of motivating you to get in the gym, and he knows and he continuously keeps buying you months and months and months.
And these are like nice. You're in love with it. You're like, I can't fit in it.
And
I
you're
feel like
ooh,
you're
it's tight. Ooh, I can't breathe. Like, why do you keep buying me the same size? But also, every time we make plans to go to the gym, you just go without me. I don't know.
Has this happened before?
To me, no. I just came up with the question because I thought of the, like, what if your man did that too? Instead of doing it that way, it's like, oh, I really like this dress. It's a really nice dress, and then it's like something that she's in love with. If she's in love with it a lot, she's gonna be like, I'm getting that damn dress. Just like when women get married, what do?
They all lose weight.
They
to
get on
fit in
the
their wedding
shit.
gowns. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think they also buy dresses that are like a size too small.
That's what that's what I'm trying to say.
They do it on purpose to motivate themselves.
Exactly.
But
So
they
that's
also
what
go on
he's
the
doing.
starvation diet.
Well, years ago, I had a friend of mine, and we were hanging out, and as we've gotten older, he's pretty overweight, doesn't take care of himself. And his daughter, who always kind of had a crush on me, she's in her 20s, and she got pretty big. And I just pulled him aside one day. We were hanging out. It was just me and him. I said, "Bro, I fucking love you. I'd take a bullet for you. I'd do anything for you. You know I love your family, love your wife, but," I said, "your daughter is too fucking hot to be overweight." And he because she'd struggle with it. And you know what? I saw her about 6-8 months after that. And they had told her.
Oh.
He and his wife had told her.
That you said that?
Yep. Because she always liked me.
Oh.
And I was brutal. When you say it that way, she's too hot to be overweight. And I meant it. I meant that. I would tell it to her face, but out of respect for my friend, because quite frankly, he needed to be working out and get himself in shape. And he knows, because partly the reason she's overweight is because he's overweight. Because the leader leads by example. And to her credit, man, she got fit and in shape, and she looks really good. I'm so proud of her. That's cool.
Nice.
So phrased in the right way, tactfully, especially in that case, it's something that I shared with the dad, because she adores her dad. And he talked with his wife, and they said, "Oh, you're not going to believe it. We're talking to Corey, you can't believe what he said." And they said that Corey said, "You're too hot to be overweight. You need to get in shape, honey. We love you."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Corey said that?"
Like, that's what happened to me when I was younger, but I was a little girl. I was like, what, like 12 or something, like 10. And I heard my mom and my grandma talking, and she was just like she said something about like she's so young, and like she's getting like heavy, like she looks like she's getting
like husky.
Yeah, husky. And ever
Thick.
since I heard
The
that,
Colombian thickness.
I stopped drinking soda. As a freaking 10-year-old, no one told me to. I didn't know what a diet was, but I was just I'm not drinking soda, I'm not drinking juice, I'm not eating rice, I'm not eating pasta, bread, all that stuff. And I was like a stick in high school and middle school.
But you didn't go outside and play?
And I played outside. I was always running. And
that's very important. It's getting kids outside.
Like tag, you're it type thing. But I honestly think if I've never heard that in that moment, I probably would be like a chubby girl or fat. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I told them like to this day, I'm like, Grandma, you said some disrespectful stuff before, but it worked.
It needed to be said, though.
And she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you heard that." And I was just like, "Yeah, I was eavesdropping while I was eating like chocolate or something."
I was in the fridge eating a Kit Kat.
Reminds me of that little girl. Have you seen Desperate Housewives? I'm sure you weren't like that, but what's the girl, the Spanish one that's Eva Longoria? Her little girl.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, her little girl was like big, and she was like she as like a model and all this stuff, and her daughter's like overweight.
Yeah,
both of the daughters, because of the father is overweight. But it was just funny. The little girl always had like chocolate over her mouth with a little attitude.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
You just picture like a
little Teletubby.
tan Latina with not like I wasn't like fat, but you know like a little belly.
Yeah, but kids have like baby fat.
Yeah,
like they're supposed to.
No, but I was eating McDonald's. I was eating Frappuccinos.
Her ass was the size of Texas.
It was not okay.
Not me.
Okay, so it was a couple roll of quarters. It's okay.
Yeah.
Too many quarter pounders with cheese. Too many Big Mac attacks.
You probably didn't even hit puberty yet.
Well, that's also another thing.
True.
When your body starts to change, everything will change with it. And I think a lot of the kids today, they're so stuck inside. They don't play like how we all played outside. I was always outside.
Outside until
And
the
our
damn
food is
street lights
worse
came out.
now.
I was outside. I was drinking out of people's hoses.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like that's what separates, like, I think me and Jade from, like, if you never drank out of a hose,
No.
if you never walked
That's what's
outside,
wrong with you.
yeah, that's what's wrong.
You never drank out of a
What's wrong with your
hose?
generation.
What, like a garden hose?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Like Jade and I's generation.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We were kids in the
You know
neighborhood.
this?
You go, well, you would turn it on for a while because sometimes the lizards would climb all the way in. And if you start drinking out of it, a lizard would come right out.
Okay, that
So you
never
wait
happened.
until
I never had to deal
enough
with that.
water got through the
Well, the water
hose to
was
kind of
hot.
clear
was
it
hot
out.
water.
And
What
it's
the
nice and
hell?
Hot
cold.
water. I would be worried
that-
because it would, like, burn my mouth.
Yeah,
Well,
you
yeah.
wait.
Well, you'd wait till the water came out and it was
Yeah,
cold.
we would spray each other with
But
it.
there were times we didn't wait a little long enough because we were so thirsty. We were like playing football outside and like you got the thing going in your mouth. You're like go go, and then a fucking lizard comes.
Yeah.
Those little brown lizards out this it comes flying
Yeah.
out.
With the necks. The ones that had,
Yeah,
like, the
the
pretty
little-
necks. Yep.
I
Yeah.
remember my mom used to do, well, she would garden and she would put those attachments that have like a little sprinkler on it. And I would go and I'd drink it like that.
That's
So
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's what I remember. I remember, like, we would be outside. My mom would say, when the sun starts to go down, you have to come inside for dinner. And even then, like, all of us kids, because we lived in a cul-de-sac,
We'd all go to one house. Somebody, yeah.
no one wanted to come inside until that one mom came outside, started screaming, "Everybody go inside for dinner."
And went full Karen.
Went to the street lights when the street lights came on.
And then the street lights would come on. And we'd all just be sweating, sitting there, like,
Stinking. The hot
nasty. And we're like, okay,
Yeah,
we're
we'd be out
hungry
roaming
now.
the neighborhood, and then my dad would start driving around the neighborhood looking for us. Like, gotta get home for dinner. He'd be kind of pissed off
Hiding in the bushes.
because my mom would nag his ass to, where dinner is ready. Tell him to come home.
That's when,
And
like,
he'd after working all day, he really wanted to sit in front of the TV and drink some beer, so he's kind of pissed off about that. Because otherwise, my mom would just continue to nag. And so he got in the car and drove around, and he would have a pissed off, get home now. It's dinner time.
He wouldn't even like let you get in the car. You guys had to walk.
Well, we had our
home.
bikes, so we had to
Oh,
ride
okay,
home.
yeah.
We didn't just leave them out.
Now
Left.
kids are going to Sephora, playing video games.
tell me that you saw these videos of, like, young girls going to Sephora.
Sephora.
And, sorry.
And
And
get in this frame.
and complaining, like, but I want this one.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have this one?
You have the one I want. Can I have that?
Yeah. Like, no, I want that one.
Yeah.
But I want that color. What do you
Expensive
mean?
makeup. I was
Spend, like,
wearing like
30, 40.
Maybelline.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to the drugstore and getting, like,
Wet
the
and Wild.
Elf.
CoverGirl, Maybelline,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Elf. I don't even think they have
No,
Elf.
L. It's called L. It's like,
No, Elf.
oh, it's L. Or-
There's Elf today.
Yeah.
Oh, Milani.
They had the good ones. Revlon.
Yeah.
Revlon was, like, our thing.
And now they're using like these expensive $50
Who's paying for this?
concealers when they don't even need it. They're
Daddy.
just-
Probably.
Yeah, but their skin is so porcelain. I don't understand why they're using it.
I wasn't even allowed to wear makeup
No.
until like 8th grade. I was still old. I was when like after my dad died. He wouldn't even let me shave my legs. He's like, you don't have any business shaving your legs.
Who are you shaving it for?
Or makeup.
who are you
You're
shaving
fine.
Mm-hmm. Who are you shaving for? You're too young.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting busy.
No.
No, it wasn't.
I remember the first time I shaved my legs, it was for, like, a modeling thing. I was so, like, insecure because being so hairy, half Italian, half Israeli. I was like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be the hairiest person.
Like Magilla the gorilla.
And I was in the bathtub and my mom walked in and she's like, are you almost ready? And she walked in and I was shaving my legs and she took me out of the bath and she beat the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh.
And then she told me, she's like, you want to shave? And then she introduced me to the Epa Lady, which is like this revolving tweezer head. So it like literally
Yanks.
It was the
your
spring.
hair yanks.
My mom did that for a while when those first came out in the 80s, and then she started getting bumps because it would, infect the hair follicles. and
No, there's this one. I'll pull up a picture. We'll do like a thing on it.
stuff. He was sit in front of the TV and go,
Mm-hmm.
That lasted for a few months, and then she
Yep.
started getting all these little red bumps on her
Oh no.
because it was yanking the hair out and it was getting infected.
So she literally like sat me down and she did it to my arms and she did it to my legs and she's like, if you want no hair, this is what you're gonna do. And she tortured me and I was like, no, I'll be hairy. I'll never forget that. So I
Mom's
stayed
a
hairy.
fucking psycho.
I stayed hairy for like a couple more years and I was like, fuck this, now I'm old enough.
I was like 13, and all the other girls in 7th grade shaved their legs, and then I
Everyone
had
was
to wear.
shaving.
Well, we wore uniforms, and it was freaking hot, and I'm like wearing shorts with these
Yeah,
hairy ass
With the
legs.
hairy legs. And everyone was calling me a man. I was like, this is not fair. I'm so hairy. It's Florida. It's hot. Everyone's looking at my hairy legs. Today, now it's in for like half of the day then.
Oh, that is true.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh
The
my God.
plot
The other day,
twist.
I was at a restaurant and I saw this woman with hairier legs than a man.
Oh.
I was looking around like, does anybody else see this?
They don't even shave their underarms
The
either.
armpits, the legs.
That's the worst one for me.
What was
How do
it?
they not smell themselves?